I don't start with the stakeholders. I start with the stakes. What's at stake here? This is a big thing that I've learned in research. Everyone always starts with the stakeholders. Cui bono. They're like, Soros, he's a stakeholder in this operation. Hillary Clinton, she's a stakeholder in this operation. One of the things that I think has been key to my ability to break through with my way of trying to convey the world is that I don't start with the stakeholders. I start with the stakes. What's at stake here? It's easier to understand the motivations of the stakeholders once you understand the stakes. For example, when most people or even politicians talk about Ukraine, they'll talk about it at the ideological level. Is this really about democracy, or should we be putting our own country first, given Ukraine isn't even in NATO, and how much it'll cost us to do blah, blah, blah. And then they say, oh, look at these Russia-gators who are pushing it, and look at Soros and Hillary Clinton and everyone pushing it. They just hate Trump. It's like, well, that's actually not the best way to understand the motivations here. They would like Trump if he agreed with them on Eurasia policy. Why are the stakeholders involved? If you strip out the ideology, what's actually at stake for them? And this is why I go to things like, well, Soros is invested in Halliburton. Halliburton has the oil refining rights in Ukraine. You go, okay, well, why is the Google set pushing it? Well, Google is teamed up with USAID for the DIA app. Why is the Chamber of Commerce pushing this? Well, because they're privatizing Ukraine and pivoting to taking control over Eurasia, and Ukraine is a key part of that. Why is the Atlantic Council a stakeholder in this? Well, look at who funds the Atlantic Council. It's not just the national governments. It's also the weapons contractors and the energy companies who themselves are doing this grand Ukraine energy play. So once you understand the stakes, the motivations of the stakeholders, and the weaknesses, the various scandals, the various corruptions, surface areas of attack in order to get political momentum, make themselves much more clear when you start from the stakes rather than starting from the stakeholders.